What is going on, everybody? I just wanted to take a little bit of an opportunity to make this short video here to kind of showcase why I like the Atlas 6x6 so much. This is kind of the wrong course for it, but you can see, at least I hope you can see, why I like the tires and why I've been working so hard on getting this thing where I want it. So let me show you what I got. Alright, so there's a 6x6. This is my 3D printed course. It's nowhere near finished. I basically just print when I feel like I have time, and the colors don't match or anything either. I've got separate little rock, flat rocks or whatever. I've got little ridge pieces. So this is cardboard. I still got to put the plaster over top of it and do my decorating and all that kind of stuff on it. But each one of these are little plates, and some of them don't, line up very good. They kind of printed bad or whatever. Most of them are really good, especially these here are all pretty good. This one looks like crap, but that's just because I sanded it down. All these you can make fit. Those are just blank plates. I threw those on there. And these, some of these are just pieces that I kind of half printed and then pulled off because I was trying to make a stair step effect or whatever, which I'm going to glue those. I just have not done it yet. Yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of doing all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 6x6 through this little ridge here and over top of the little log bridge here. Again, I know this is way too small for it, but I want to kind of show you, at least hopefully you can see why I like this truck as much as I do. So it's all hooked up. I'm going to be doing some one-handed driving, so bear with me a little bit. First off, with these SEX24 axles, you can see how slow it goes. And even with the, I think I put a 2113 tooth in there for the worm gear replacement, it doesn't increase the speed that much, but I think it's where I want it at. So, where it's close to it anyway. So, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So, we'll just go over this and kind of just get to it. First off, look at how slow I can go. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. No cogging, nothing. And I'm still using the FuryTech system, by the way. So this is exactly what I needed. I had way too much binding in the axles, among other things. Now notice one thing. Look at how great those tires grip. Now again, I know these are plastic. They're 3D printed. But these tires work good on a lot of different surfaces. Those pins, they wouldn't do this. So as you see, it's just creeping along. Doing really well. Now, this thing is so big that it's basically going to glide over to the next section. But yeah, look at that, guys. I can stop at any time. Just let it sit there. Drag brake is going to be better, and we're going to continue here just to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Kind of increase the speed just a little bit. Creep down off of this and then on to the next part of the obstacle. Now this course is kind of made for the 30 seconds or the 30th scales. It's not really made for anything this big. You might be able to put a 24 on it, but it's not really made for this. But as you can see, I can creep along with it. Just look at the control that I've got on this thing here. It's amazing. That is what I've been looking for so long, and I finally got it. I wasn't paying attention there and I fell off the bridge, but no big deal. So yeah, this guy here, just to show you a little bit of the work that I've done to it, I did leave this center axle or drive shaft or whatever because I have to find one with the right length. I don't have any right now, and this one's not as sloppy as the other ones. It's still got a little bit of slop in there. I added a fourth link here. For some reason I took out the panhard bar and all that stuff, so I added a fourth link, so the steering's a lot better. As you can see, it does move around a little bit still. I got some work to do there, but that's fine. I'll deal with that. Spacing is right on the tires in the back. What I had to do for that is, you see this little hanger right here? I've only got one screw in the hanger. Hopefully it'll focus in there. Come on, focus. There you go. Whoop. One screw in the hanger there. I think that'll hold. If it doesn't, I'll draw out another hole. You know, just kind of make another hole there in between the two there that's got the big gap, because that's where the other one would be at. And if you notice, my shock spacing is different. That's to where I can get the wheels to line up properly. I've got some metal Endura drive shaft in the center here, and this one in the back is a plastic SCX24 that I had to cut down to make it fit here. Eventually I would like to have all these metal Endura ones, but I don't have all the links that I need, so we'll work on getting those later. This is just trying it out, seeing if I even like it, how it's going to move, all that jazz. And so far, guys, I've been very impressed. So I'll put it on the floor here, and I'll show you a little bit about its speed here. So this is if you just want to creep along, right? Decent speed. I don't think you need any more than that for what I want to do with this truck. Another reason for making this video too is obviously to show off the 3D plates that I've done here. I really like these. I'm gonna print more, just, you know, as I get time. Like right now the printer's not printing anything. You know, caught up on orders again and everything, so I might start printing some more again. But you know, if I start getting busy again, I'll eventually take a break. That's just how it works. So these here, I think I got these off of Thingiverse. They're just like rocks or whatever. I printed them at like 15% infill or something. You know, no big deal. I printed these a long time ago on my Ender 3. And my idea was to do a lot of the stair stepping and make my own type of formations, but you know, I just never really got around to it. These are the log bridge. I think these are pretty much everywhere. I can't remember where I got these, but they're all the RC crawler plates or whatever. Like this is plate 3, and as you can see the center here, I punched out the center. It wasn't printing very well, so I just let it do its thing, and I punched the center out because I'd planned on putting things in there. I've got a couple barrels and stuff like that. Well, here, I'll show you what I got. So I've got this bag full of like obstacles and city pieces and stuff that I've got, barriers, fences, and all kinds of stuff. It's either in this bag or one of the, because I got another bag full of printed stuff that I made. I've got some barrels that I thought would work perfect in there, you know, like a toxic kind of an area. They're almost the same size. I was going to glue them down there and paint them and everything. I just have not got to it yet. But yeah, this is a pretty fun thing to get out and play with. Basically, I just store it in my little bag down there, which, you know, it is what it is. I throw it on the shelf. And get it out when I want to play with it, set up a table, you know, whatever. It's super easy to set up. I mean, these are ideal for somebody that has a 3D printer and really wants to make an indoor course and they don't have a lot of room or whatever, so you can just set it up and then take it down when you need to take it down. I'm pretty fortunate because I got a lot of like old tires and, you know, things like that. I've got cones up on the shelf. I got old nitro engines. I got pieces of nitro engines, stuff like that I could lay around, make it look like a junkyard and all that kind of stuff. So when I feel froggy to do that, I will. I wanted to get a few more pieces to put together with this, and I wanted to get my plaster pieces done, which I have not done yet. And my idea is to connect it to that setup that I have up there. That is made for like a 30 or 32 scale. I set it up for the Red Cat 32 and the J Baileys. They work really good on there. And that's another thing. These J Baileys, or however you say those, they work really good on a course like this. So let me get one of those. I'll show you that one on here too, because it's kind of perfect size for it. Alright, so this is the remote for them, and as you see, I got the, I guess you can't really tell what I got the speed at or whatever, but it's just whatever it turned on as. Trim buttons on the side. You know, these are pretty basic, but they're a lot of fun and they're very capable. This blue truck is probably the most capable one that I have, so we'll just take it on here and just kind of see how good or bad it does. As you see, it's got a little more speed than what you want if you want to try to crawl, but it still works pretty good. Got just enough to get you in trouble. Alright, so get over this. Now, you do have a little bit of linkage and stuff there in the front that you got to kind of watch out for. So you might have a little bouncing from time to time. Now, this one here is kind of almost wide enough for it. Alright, so here's the other monster truck I have. The other one had died on me. This one's got weighted wheels, a couple other upgrades. And as you see, it drives a lot different than the other one. But perfect for this course. If I can get on this bridge, I don't know that I can. It's just wide enough, but getting it lined up might be a challenge. Yeah, because it's going to slip around. Okay, I guess we're going this way. Just want to see if it's going to make this bridge here. It might be a little too wide. Oh, hold on. That might be... Okay, that is pretty good size for it. See if I can get back up on it without falling. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, again, that's what this course is made for. These little trucks like this, I've got a decent amount of them, if you could see up there. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take this stuff here, throw it together with the other course that I made right there, and just have something that I could pull down, put together, change the configuration on this part to match it up with whatever I wanted to up there, or the other course I got in the shed, and really have a nice area to play with. So yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with these, and I know I haven't really shown them very much. I haven't done much with them, but this is the reason why I really haven't finished them yet. And this is the SX30, kind of made for this little course, really. That's what it's kind of targeted as. See if I can get this just right, because it has a low hanging part in the front. And see, this right here is a real challenge for a truck like this, which is kind of what it's made for. Ooh. Yeah, man. And then you could turn him around, which I could, you know, drive him around, but that's kind of where those pieces come into play. And when I get the other ones done, I'll lock everything down on a plate or something. Yeah. Take it over here. I mean, there's so many different lines that you could go. can make new ones. You know, you can move all this stuff around, rearrange it. Now I'm kind of just flying through it to show you. So you could kind of use your tires there too. That's why I like the 30. Use your tires to kind of get around. Really good truck. And honestly, this course here is kind of made for something like this or a 24. I think it works better on the 30s, the Giabellis, which is one, I don't think they're 64, I think they're 43rd or something. I don't know what those are. Red Cat 32 over there. I think that's all the ones I really have. But yeah, these work great for that. One of these days I'll get all that stuff finished, print some new pieces for it, and I'll have a nice big course. But like I said, I just print when I am not using that to make some money. So, you know, just few in between. I'm just been kind of piecing it together, and I've got basically a bag full. Fits in that little bag, throw it up on the shelf, bring it out whenever I feel like putting it together. And yeah, I mean, other than some of them not printing so great because I printed them on the old printer, and then the new printer prints way better, obviously, better consistency, better accuracy, everything. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I really like this. Gonna be doing more with this, you know, as time allows, and as I get more pieces made. Maybe I'll start working on finishing those here soon, you know, just whatever time I get, and then we'll get this back out again. But I want to connect this to the course up there. That course turned out pretty good, and I think this would really complement it pretty good as like a side course, or maybe just something to connect it together. I don't know yet. Still working on that idea. And then I have another course that I made a long time ago for the Orlando that kind of works for it too. So yeah, I mean, I'll just connect them all together one of these days, and we'll have a nice big course. So yeah, I really enjoy the little stuff and indoor stuff, 3D printing, all that kind of stuff. Atlas 6x6 is now, in my opinion, ready to actually take it back out. Maybe go to another creek, give it another shot at, you know, doing some outdoor crawling, which is what I really enjoy. I haven't done anything with the course at home. I may tear it up, may keep it. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. Haven't really done anything with it, kind of just set it down there, and I never get a chance to really go out and mess with it. So yeah, at least an indoor course, any time of the day when I have time, I can, you know, mess with it early in the morning, late at night, you know, whatever. So that's where these come in handy a lot. But we're going to get the 6x6 back out here real soon for another, you know, probably creek or something. Maybe I'll take it to California Preserve again. And that 30, man, I need to find a good place to run that. Got a couple ideas on where I want to take it, but I don't know if it's too small. So I'm going to take a few trucks at the same time. Then that way, if not, I'll still be able to play with something. So stay tuned, because I got a few ideas on what I want to do with that when it's not so hot and nasty out and I get a little bit of time. So yeah, man, what do you guys think? The 6x6 ready to rock and roll. The course, I think it's turned out awesome. You know, when I get enough pieces and stuff, like I said, we'll put it all together, make a big giant course, and kind of go to town. But until then, you know, I'll kind of play with it a little here and there, maybe do some work on it when I get time, and see where it goes. So yeah, man, stay tuned. Got a lot more coming.
Work all day, most of the night, little time to myself.